Hi there. In this video we'll be taking a look at this smoke and carbon monoxide alarm that CCEsafety Store has sent in. The exact model number is this one and it's Wi-Fi capable and Tuya enabled, so if you have your Tuya app you can add this and its status will be visible there, and it can give you warnings, which is really good if you are not at home. So let's get into the box. You saw the specs of it. Maximum lifetime of the device is 10 years. So these do need to be replaced every 10 years, not enough just replacing batteries. But it's the same for all devices of this type, so don't think that just this particular one. All of them are the same by construction. So we have here, yes, do not paint over them. I don't know why people have the tendency to do that, so this warning needs to be put on all products. In here we should have our batteries, I'm guessing. It's 2 AA's, so I need to grab 2 of those, and then we should be able to continue. Any manual? Yes, we do have a small manual. We also have this to install it onto the wall, and we'll be doing that a tad bit later. Let me find English and get back to you. Actually no, I already found it. I was expecting multiple languages, but it seems it's mostly English around here. Feel free to pause at any time. Here they more or less show us where you want to place this. As you can see, they're required in bedrooms more or less. That's the place where carbon monoxide especially can get you when you are sleeping and you do not wake up at all. So yeah. And in kitchen, yeah, it should have an additional silencer, so a button to silence it, because in kitchen you can get a bit of false alarms if you burn your food a little bit or cooking something, who knows, it happens. Multiple floor level where you want to have them, and more or less how to install them, at what distance is from a corner, because in the corner you have a bit of dead space. So in that dead space you will not be able to register too much. If you have this sort of ceiling, again, don't put it right at the top. Locations to avoid, feel free to pause and read those. If you have this ceiling, again, don't put it right at the top. You want it to be able to get the carbon monoxide level properly, because otherwise it's not going to be getting to the alarm itself. There's the dead space which basically keeps the air from moving too much, and you are not getting an updated situation. And here you can download the Tuya and Smart Life app. For me it's gonna be connected to Tuya. Here it tells you the concentration, so you can see from 50 ppm for carbon monoxide, it's already not really good. At higher levels, yikes, you are Gansky. So yeah, anyway, let's bring batteries and connect it to our app. You want to use good quality batteries, not some cheap no names. You want better battery life, and also you don't want them leaking and destroying your product. Yep, it did give us a beep. and now it's undergoing calibration, and I'm pretty positive that we should be able to connect to it via Tuya app. So be back in a second. And I'm in the Tuya app, give it a plus, add device. Let's see if it detects it by itself, or we need to select something. I think the manual was showing us what, but I didn't properly look at it, so be back in a second. Nah, my bad. It didn't already enter connection mode, or it timed out because I waited too much. You need to press the test button for 15 seconds or something like that until the green LED starts blinking rapidly. So be warned, really loud noise will come. And we hear now a bit of chatter from it. Do you hear it? Not really sure what's up with that. Hold on to the button. I'm not sure if we are into that mode already. Yep, and it appeared. And now it's giving it its info, and it's being added. It should appear after that on the network. And it's here. So we can hit done. Most likely it will open it now. So smoke detection normal, CO state normal, and it did a self-check testing. Let's see and set what can we do. Ooh, okay, that's nice. So it shows us the battery, the auto result, fault alarm, yeah, no fault. And in here, what's that? Okay, it went away. I think you can enable and disable notifications, and yeah, I don't have battery anymore for all of this, but you want notifications more or less for everything. So yeah, from my point of view, the only thing that needs to be done now is put it on the wall. And it seems the chatter that we were hearing ended. So I think that the chatter was just data being sent, and the internals of the device not being screened well enough between the Wi-Fi part of the circuitry and the audio circuitry. So some of it was leaking into the audio part and being amplified as really low volume chatter. But that ended the moment we connected this to Wi-Fi. So yeah, perfect. Okay, getting ready to install it on the wall. I really like that it has this mark that tells you what needs to be up so it is straight. And yeah, I think this is the best position for it, so it can gather info from that side of the house and also from that one. So let me drill some holes in the wall. And that's on the wall. Now just put this in. It also has an alignment mark, so this is the first time I see this, and it's a really good idea to know always what's up. And in here it should lock, and it's locked on the wall. That's perfect. Now it will calibrate and do its own thing. And that's about it. This is on the wall. Notifications are being received on the phone. We have this label telling us up to 2036 this device can be used. Because of the carbon monoxide chemical detection in there, you cannot use it more than that, obviously, but that's 10 years from now, so pretty good. And yeah, obviously batteries, change them when you get the low battery information. Connected to Wi-Fi, everything working well and adding more protection to the house. So hope this video helps you, in which case please give it a like, check out my other videos, check out the link to the product in the description of the video, and as always, see you in the next one. Bye.